welcome to the Stretch Run Saturday Stakes Show. We've got some great stakes racing for you today from Tampa Bay Downs. We got a stakes race at Oaklawn. We got one at Gulfstream. I'm Chris Walsh. That's Justin Sampson. We're here to run through the EquinEdge program and hopefully help you cash a few tickets. There is a good contest going on today. I know that both Matt and Mike are in the contest. Matt's looking for some tourney picks from the group, so we'll get into that as we get into these races. But right now, Justin, we're going to get out to Tampa Bay Downs. We got a maiden special weight here, going around 2 turns on the dirt for 3-year-olds.
Yeah, give me. I just want to watch this race at Aqueduct. I have a pick 4 live to all, but and then we go to Tampa. It's going to end here in about 60 seconds. The Choose in front is a favorite, but it's a pretty wide open maiden special. But the 2 got loose. 11 a lot of horse coming from the back. 6 is coming. Looks like 2 gonna win probably. 6 might get him. We'll see. 6 would be a lot better than the 2, but 2 look gone. All right, Tampa Bay. Chris, you could jump over to it's a main special. There's 3 minutes to post. You can jump to the racing. We can watch the racing.
So we got 42% on the 1, Candy Town. Let's see what the race sim likes here on that one. GSR going down. We got 3 first-time starters, including McCorvey, the second pick, which has the 82 top GSR square. So it's got, here comes the 1. You got 3 blue arrows coming here at the end. He's got the 1 by just over a length. Candy Town, Todd Pletcher, Brian Hernandez up. Was 11.5 to 1 last out. GSR takes a 10-point drop going turf to dirt, and it's only 4% to 42%. So huge jump up in win percentage there for this horse out of the Speightstown. And then looking back at the race sim, you've got the 8, 7, and 6 all pretty much closing hard. The 8 first-time starter here only has some notes on this one, Justin.
Yeah, no, there's a few, man. I looked at this race. So Oldie's got a few notes. Oldie's covering Tampa. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm happy to. Oldie has a couple good angles. The 8, I looked more at the 4 because when you look at the race sim, you can go back over to Madhouse, Chris. 7 to 2 on the morning line. The long shot's also live at 5. The 5 horse too, in my opinion. But Oldie has notes on them both. He looked at both these. I mean, it's a Vacoma. Second time out, ran really well. First time out at Tampa, is bred well. 75 GSR goes up on the race sim. The horse is on the lead. I don't think it's going to stop. I mean, it has a nice work. It has a bullet work back in February and it's been working. So, it's not, this group's nothing, I would say, special on a day like this. It's a great price for a horse that looks really fit. I would say to try to beat the 1, the Fletcher horse you were looking at, I didn't necessarily like. I like, and then the 5 horse on the mount is Chad Brown, Dylan Davis. Yeah, that's a Scotty Longshot. That horse has a big look too. As Oldie said, switches surfaces, gets over the dirt. GSR goes up. And as you say, it's the other Chad Brown, which we can talk about the 6, with prep, but. The morning line here, the horse taking money makes sense. It's, it fits in this group. It looks well on the track right now. I have the video.
Looks fantastic on the track. There's the 6 as well. You don't look too shabby either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice maiden special, but when I didn't think the 1 had to win this race, so I was thinking, the 2 I didn't think had a shot. I don't think the 9 has a shot. You know, Oldie had mentioned the 8. You know, it's a firster. It's a second Scotty pick. You know, and it's Belmont Junior Alvarado. Mont doesn't win a ton with firsters, but you know, GSR, that horse probably going to run. So, you know, and then the 6 is the firster for Chad Brown and Pratt for Jeffrey Drown. Now, I didn't have a huge preference here, though.
You got this 7 here, Doug O'Neill horse. Gets
yeah, I wasn't a big fan, but you know, I'd probably be like 4, 5, 1, 8. You know, the 6 could maybe run 2, so you have to put that horse. But I thought the 4 or 5 could win the race. We'll see.
All right, we're getting ready to go to the gate here. And then we'll get over to Gulfstream Park.
I don't know, Jeff. I just don't. This horse does not look like anything special to me. And the GSR drops. Like, I just. And you look at a horse like the 4 taking money. That's really. I mean.
Train, gate 2. Here comes Van Ginkel, one of 3 first-time starters, number 6, 8, 9. I'll make their debut here.
Hello, Jeff, Wiz, Mike, Bluegrass Dan, Gary, Russ, Alan, Matt. Let us know what you need. Tourney picks. Give us a race. Or click the link and come on. That'll make it easier.
8 was a big purchase. Tom was 7-2, taking money.
Johnny Gilpatrick, good to see you.
Van Ginkel still not quite here. Just about 4 minutes back away.
Can you hear okay, Justin?
It's kind of light.
4-1 on Van Ginkel. 8-5, Candy Town. They open the front of the gates for Van Ginkel.
It's the stupid track audio.
Van Ginkel now in. Madhouse will be next. Marubi to gate 7.
Better?
Yeah.
As we just await on the mounts. Corby and Persistent will be all set for a start.
Beautiful weather here today, Justin. 81 degrees.
Gate 8, right.
Sunny skies.
On the mount, it'll be Spencer Farm Colors.
McCorvey. McCorvey is $1 million purchase out of Curlin and Songbird.
And Persistent, Cipriano Gill.
I should say out of Songbird by Curlin.
On the mount, still not in.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's a good race.
All right, Matt. I don't know what the tourney races are, so you have to let us know.
Persistent, Cipriano Gill to the outside. Starter Eddie Googles to 7 on the way, 40 yards. This maiden special event kickoff field at 6. They're in the gate. And the race is on. Corby way a step slow, as was the Hope Train. On the mount was out quickly and sprints right to the front. Madhouse down toward the inside way mid order. Ruby also attending the early proceedings as they run to that first turn. It's going to be on the mount to clear off. All sorts of trouble behind him for Madhouse who then take back off heels. As they run through that first quarter mile, it's on the mount just in front of Ruby. The Hope Train went back. Challenge between horses from third to Red Cutters. Like that, 4 back to Madhouse. Candytown settles down nicely. Is spit up only by 5 off the top. It's another 3.5 to 4 back to Van Ginkel, who's third last. Persistent second last. Corby is the early trailer, spotting these leaders about 11. After opening quarter mile, 24 and 2 seconds. On the mount, some pressure from Ruby on the outside. 4.5 furlongs left to go. It's on the mount by an end. Ruby in second. They're 2 clear of Madhouse. The Hope Train now back fourth. Candytown. Ryder Davis Jr. switches that one to the outside. Now takes over fourth. There's still about 5 off the lead. About 4 more back to Persistent. Another 3 to Van Ginkel and McCorvey. They share the back. 48 seconds was the opening half final time. On the mount continues on. Ruby continues to apply pressure. Neck back in second under a good hold. 2 more 4 back to Madhouse. Candy Town continues to make up ground. Is now up to third. And here's the move from Candy Town on the outside. Coming with a rush. Candy Town surging
That
up.
4 had a brutal trip, man. We still got a lot of horse.
Behind his fourth. It's 5 more back to Persistent and the rest as they come to the top of the stretch. Candy Town on the mount, still fighting down toward the inside. These
5 game.
They're 2.5.
Come on, 5.
A final 16 to go.
10 to 1.
Get up. Back in front.
Get up.
On the outside, trying to come back.
5 wins. Look at that. 2 to 1. Wow.
Candy Town was second. It gave Madhouse. Many people got going late to the fourth.
I think the 4 horse, yeah, that was a good one. See, that'd be amazing for NHC, man. Like 10 to 1 on a horse like that, and you beat the 1 horse. Oh, Candy Town didn't look good all day. Wow, that's a good price, man.
All right, quickly out here to Gulfstream on the synthetic. We'll just buzz through this pretty quickly here. Cheaper race here, Justin, 12.5 on the synthetic. Mares 4 and up, non-winners with 3 lifetime. The system likes the 4 here. Last out winner. Kind of staying.
Yeah, I thought the 4 actually could be tough here. Let me hold on. I just gotta switch my screen over to Gulfstream. I didn't think the 5 had a shot. The 3 had a little bit of a look. I looked at this race because I was 4-3-1-2. I did think the 4 was tough. I thought the 3 might run a really good race on the front end, though. I thought was live as a long shot too. You're getting 10 to 1. Wow.
Again, 10 to 1.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
And
That's
money
crazy.
bags here. And a money bags here.
I mean, here's the thing on this horse. I mean, if it's the pace of the race and it gets the lead, it was 106 to 1 last out. But if this horse can get the lead, it might be gone, to be honest. It could be really tough to catch. But I did think the 4 would be tough too. So that was my first and second pick was the 3-4. I had the others underneath.
The 7 hadn't won way back in 22. Won its first 2 races and then has lost its next 20. So,
yeah, this is a pretty brutal group. I mean, they're sprinting on the Tapita, so I'm hoping that 3 sends. But the 4, I mean, it really does fit here. 1 last out in the 52, kind of got up, but if the 3 can get loose up front, I think it could be tough.
A lot of these guys haven't run. Well, back in April in Indiana. How about that? Been on the dirt, now going to synthetic. GSR goes down. Smart Jenny. It's a rough group. Smart Jenny gets a trip, maybe. You got Vasquez up potentially. I'm with you. I would be like 4-3-2 and some combination thereof. That's a cheap $3 box here, but let's get out to Gulfstream Park. And then we'll catch the opener, Justin at Santa.
Sounds like a plan.
Oldie should be with us here and right now.
It's now post time. Moving in for a start, race number 7.
I think it's Beef. Yeah, it is
$1 million here. Big offering in the Rainbow.
Still getting situated here, gentlemen.
Dude, we were just playing the long shot over at Tampa.
Yeah.
Would you like my note on that?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that one looked really vulnerable. Yeah, no, that was a good one.
And they're off. From the far outside, Clay Soldier was quick to begin and tries to clear some inside traffic.
3 not going to get the lead.
Happy World and Euphemus between horses.
7.
So the 3 favorites get away 1, 2, 3 in the run to the half-mile point. It's Euphema on the inside. On the outside, Clay Soldier with a narrow lead. Euphemus tightened up for racing room in the second.
I think he ended up outside and now coming off, but sounds good.
Then how about that? On her outside is Smart Jenny. Around the forward turn they go. Clay Soldier leads 3 parts of a length, but did not clear inside traffic from Eufema, who's now tightened up again for racing room. So now Clay Soldier might be able to clear, and she strides to a 1.5 length lead with a 1/4 mile remaining. Vallesta working hard. Eufema is next. Happy World's in traffic. Smart Jenny, how about that? They're all stacked behind the leader, Clay Soldier, as they straighten for the drive. Less than a 1/4 mile to come. Clay
Come
Soldier
on, get him!
leads by 1.5 lengths, and Edgar
Oh,
is asking her to finish it up here.
getting flat
Eufema
now.
can't reach her, nor can Vallesta.
Running a good
So
race,
it's a 2-1
but
win coming
probably
up
run
for Clay
second.
Soldier.
Yep.
Clay
Gotta be
Soldier goes
second.
down the road for Henry Colazzo to win by 2. Vallesta
I
was
put a
second.
win
Eufema
place,
ran
so at
third.
least
Smart
get
Jenny
money
is
back.
fourth.
Mm.
103 and 4.
Almost back to back. That would have been an amazing way to start the show. My gosh.
Absolutely. All right, Oldie, if you want to get your screen up, I will turn that over to you, and we can get over to the opener at Santa Anita. Jeff Gunn liking the Tampa notes.
That's all, Oldie. Well
Yep.
done, well done.
Oldie, you're on mute if you're talking. He needs a minute.
You, Chris, you want to, you can, well.
Yeah, I'll get there.
I've had some misses though in the notes too that I was not happy with. But there definitely have been some big prices.
Yeah.
That we successfully identified there. So
well, the early pick 5 paid 25,000.
yeah, to the 3 to 5 favorite in the 5th leg.
Yeah. Well, when you have 2 giant balloons to start and then a good mid one there second.
But if the Chad Brown 6 doesn't go with the 8 in the in leg 4, you might have got another bomb there. Instead, you got a 2 to 1 horse because that horse did all the dirty work. Because that 8 was totally going to get away on the lead.
All right, we got 3 minutes to Santa Anita.
3 minutes, Santa Anita. All right. There we go. My screen actually popped up all the way. That's fun. And I'm also playing in a contest today. So let me look here. I played the 1 here, who I think actually has a pretty decent shot at 6 furlongs. Didn't run bad against 66s. Gets Barrios. It's the long shot. Here, it's got a positive work note. So I think that horse has a decent chance to, and has similar run lines to the favorite with D'Amato and Dettori there. So, yeah, that looked like possibly a value play for me. I do think maybe sits right off. The 1's going to sit right off the 6. And then it's going to be the 9 or 3 that closes if they went too fast there. Maybe the 4 has a shot too.
Okay.
But that's kind of how I see that race. And I did.
Yeah, I actually, Oldie, I actually see it the same way as you. I think like the 1, if Barrios can kind of rate and sit off the speed like that, he's 100% live and looks to be fit. And this isn't like this great state bred optional group, right? So I think, from a GSR is perfect. The 3, I think, is obviously live, but you're getting an amazing price, and it's another Scotty long shot. So 9 to 1. I'm down. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get Oldie up here.
And we can run the race sim if they're not that close to the gate yet.
They're not. You got time.
All right.
Oh, you got 3 minutes.
And I don't know if you guys saw, we did hit and when I say I gave the ticket out in the chat because Tony prodded me to do a early pick 5 at Aqueduct. So the ticket I put out for $96 paid $693, I think it was.
Nice.
So that paid for all the silliness that I'd done earlier in the day trying to hit some doubles. So And yesterday I had that $7,300 hit at Oaklawn. So it's been a good couple of days.
Awesome.
And I think Jake tailed me there. Tony almost got me with that 21-1 horse though in the third leg where Katie won. Though that Tony and I were arguing last night in the chat about the Snuffleupagus horse.
Yeah.
The 3?
Yes.
No.
And there is Tony now. Tony was on last night on the Zoom. We're going to get out to Santa Anita.
Post time. They're loading in the gate at Santa Anita Park for the opener.
Got Aqueduct.
Hero's Hope has gone in. Ryan's Girl moving forward.
Hello, Rodney.
Thirsty Destiny. Teat Treat. And Musical Number for Harris Farms to the outside. They're in the gate.
Rider's off somewhere.
And they're off. It's a quick start for Nell's Legacy. Musical Number on the extreme outside has some good early foot too. And in between them, Petite Treat, Broadway Venus in the mix too. Behind that group, Thirsty Destiny in the white is widest of all. In tight is Hera's Hope down on the inside. Ryan's Girl is the gray just in front of that rival. Press Your Luck in the orange colors is moving into contention too. Down the back stretch, heads apart up top. It's Broadway Venus on the outside and Petite Treat head and head for the lead. Musical Number third. Nell's Legacy and Ryan's Girls stride for stride. Two more back to Thirsty Destiny. Outside Press Your Luck and Hera's Hope trails. Approaching the quarter pole, it's Petite Treat leading by a neck to Broadway Venus in second. Two more lengths, Ryan's Girl, Nell's Legacy saving ground on the inside. Musical Number outside of that pair.
Wow.
They're at the top of the stretch, and Petite Treat has a 2-length lead. Nell's Legacy gets breathing room on the inside. Then it's Musical Number, Broadway Venus in between 16th pole, Petite Treat, Nell's Legacy.
One never
Musical Number getting going now in the final stages. Musical Number or Petite Treat. Here's the line. Finish.
Wow.
Too close
That
to
was so
call.
close.
Musical Number
got
or
it.
Petite Treat. It's
I don't
desperately
know.
close between those two. Behind them,
sure,
Pressure
man.
Luck
That
was on the
nine
scene
might
late
have
along
got
with
there.
Ryan's Girl. Two of them were battling for
I
some
think they have another look. I'm not sure either.
Yeah, let's get the replay here.
It's kind of an interesting kind of haze out there. I hope that's not fire remnants.
Or
9.
oh,
Time
The
that
9
thought
got
perfectly.
the 9. Well, maybe the 9 might have got like they got a 9 got a perfect bob, a bad bob, and the perfect bob again might have been too late.
wow. That could be a heater. You can't see. You have to look at the mirror.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
All right, I'll keep my eye on that one. We'll get out to the duck.
To the duck, to the duck, to the duck, duck, duck.
Late pick 3 there. Oh, Matt, bad guess. Doing way too much looking at screens, trying to figure out tourney plays. I don't want to come on and be boring.
I thought the two big players here were the 6 and the 7. I think there's a lot of speed here, and those are the two that could sit that trap. Was my thought.
The racing downwind, Dave Duncan with this. He had both the 4 and the 9 on my pick 5 at 70. Wow.
Very nice, Dave.
And it's the 4.
Yeah, I wondered. That's what I was saying. The 9 got an amazing bob, and then got a just a brutal bob there at the end. Another little more that would have won. This race is tough, Oldie. You think that, what'd you say, the 4 or the 6?
I think there's a lot of speed here, and it's not very good speed. Like the Linda horse, 100%. I think well, maybe not 100%, but 70% needs the lead.
Linda's on camera right now, Oldie. I see a stack of envelopes.
You know, the 2 also similar horse and speed. The 8 is cheap. The 9 is relatively cheap as well. So you got 4 horses there. I throw the 5 completely out. The 3 maybe has an outside chance, but looks cheap to me. So that leaves me the 6 and 7 closing there. I mean, the 7's been in, nearly beat a group of 64s, 2 back.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
coming
the
off
7,
the layoff.
the 7 was the most logical. I mean, a lot of these horses haven't been running. I mean, some of them. 8's off the layoff, the 7, the 2's off minor layoff. I mean, and then I mean, the 6 won last down, the 56 will have to improve, but
Yeah.
Henning, Carmouche, good price, 3 to 1. I mean, the 4 is getting crushed.
I mean, Linda's been hot today, but you know that this is a big step up in class for this horse, going from 16K non-winners of 2.
There's a joke there. There's a joke there, Oldie, but I'm not going to do it.
You can do it. I don't care.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you later.
But you know, it's a step up in class there that I question. I mean, the last time this horse ran against allowance non-winners of 1, it lost by 30 lengths.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you.
No thanks on the 9 to 5 price there. Not in the top picks. Other speed. Speed to its inside. Christoph and his
Well, it might get caught in between, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
the 2 gonna show speed, Gomez. I mean, you know the 8's gonna be right there.
Right, the 8's got to go, and the 8 might actually be less cheap than the 4.
No, I agree.
It's a long shot at 27 to 1, and that could blow up a lot of contests.
Yeah, it could for sure hang around. But I'm with you. I probably.
I'll be right back.
I would probably have the 6 top of the table on top. But I think the 7's. I'm just not sure about the 7 off the layoff, Oldie.
Yeah.
That's my only. But the horse has been working. I mean, this horse has got to be fit. I mean, it's had a consistent work pattern. So, I mean, it's dropping. It's still protected. It's a great price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them both. I'm going to just play a little exacta, actually, and try to beat the favorite completely. Okay.
Dan used the 8 in his NHC contest.
I
used the 7, Dan. See if I regret that.
Are you playing for a seat?
Yeah, I'm playing in that non-winner of 1 contest.
All right,
Again,
I'm adding the 8 in my exacta. Okay. You have to.
I got bombed in the first race, which, you know, I told you last week happens a lot in those contests.
Yeah,
it'll be a long road back because you have to be the winner to get the seat.
You need a Scotty long shot. Like that is how you need a 10 to 1 horse, and you can find some other winners.
Yeah,
the winner here, Dan, 30 to 1 on this 8 horse.
The winner did get a $50 horse, so.
Post time for today's 7. There's PA.
Matt's got a question about Oaklawn, Oldie.
All right. I can look while we're watching
Easy
here.
play going in.
I saw it was something about if the 11 wins.
Yeah. Lucia. And Ariana Rock to the outside.
I mean, the 11 could win. I don't love the 11 there.
Yeah. Just hesitates briefly.
I don't know if that was the question.
Now it. All set. And Ariana Rye has some early speed. Walk with me is in the early mix and down towards the inside. There's Love and Kenna. Love and Kenna out of the neck in front. An easy play is going to join this leader on the far outside. Outside of that rubber comes Ariana Rye. Those three across the racetrack early. Peony is still in behind them. Laurel is in fourth with the purple cap. In between horses.
Come on, 8. Push the 4.
Secured fifth.
Don't choke your
It's going to be Walk With Me.
horse. Just go.
It's going to be Lucia and Trilla. Carol T. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter mile. Lavin Kenna's got the lead. Lavin Kenna gets the pressure from easy play to the outside. Here's a move from Ariana Rye.
Come on, 7.
Pretty wide run. It's coming out to the leaders now. Another
We're 8.
at the rail there. In between horses, top of the table. Out wider, Walk With Me. They reach the top.
4 might be gone, Oldie.
Still there. 46 and 4 for the half mile time. And Lavin Kenna has sprinted clear. It's Lavin Kenna who's finding plenty so far. Is now up by 4 winding lengths. Up on the far outside, Walk With Me's got a late rally, trying to hold second.
The one thing you couldn't do is let that horse get the lead, and they did. So
it's going to be much the best here. La Banquera and Jose Lascano top score. Ariana Rice.
Envelopes for everybody.
yep.
All right, Oldie. Any final thoughts on that Oaklawn race for Matt before we flip our attention over to Tampa Bay Downs?
I have a little interest in the 9 there.
Okay.
Race 7, he's saying, not race 6.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I
was
said.
looking at the wrong.
I put it up on the screen. The screen you never look at. Is the 11 going to win? Top Gun Tommy.
It's Jacobson. It could win. Speed's been holding though the last couple days, so there's cheap speed here in the 1, but that, if the 1 gets the lead, that would be the horse I'd be afraid of. If I were looking for somebody to upset the 11, the 10 is going to be too far back. But I think it's worth, depending on how you're playing your contest, it's worth the risk on the 11 if you're getting 9-5 or 2-1 there.
All right, let's turn our attention to race number 8 at Tampa. They're on the turf, heading back towards the gate. 9 furlongs here. Rail at 12 feet.
All right, so my notes should be in here. So I thought the 6 was pretty good here. The 2 was actually my top pick. I thought this horse was in good form. Is moving up in class a little bit, but is proven at the distance. Has tactical speed and can find a trip. Doesn't have to have the trip find it as well, and has the win percentage moving forward there as well. So the 6 is your pretty heavy favorite, but this horse has burnt some money. I'm not sure if it wants 9 furlongs or wants to go longer, but could win, of course. And I believe those are the only 2 we had notes on there.
Starts the late pick 5 here at Tampa. Big pools today. They're currently at 259,000.
Russ likes or Tony likes the 5 here. America's Vow.
And Russ likes the 7.
This race does get late pick.
Mike wants the 6.
$250,000, $267,000.
Tony, if the 5 wins, being that it's a ham horse, I have a special call for you. I hope you guys have been enjoying the ham puns, since I couldn't do bacon puns today, since Tyler Bacon is not riding at Tampa or at Oaklawn today. So the ham puns have been flying like like hams at Paula Dean's face.
And Oldie, I've got a good Leslie Nielsen story for you today that I unearthed when he was out golfing with Bill Clinton.
Very nice. Now people see my Tampa screen better here.
Justin, as we get to the gate here, I had a interesting thing I never thought would happen that would be similar to what Wiz just said when pigs fly. Oldie and I were on an actual work call during the week for our day jobs.
Yeah. You mentioned this on Thursday.
Just unbelievable that that would happen.
Yeah, the horse will now reach the gate. It's ghost time. Lining up now for today's 8th race.
It's ghost time too.
I also thank our friends at Lamp Set for their support of racing here at Tampa Bay. You got the 10th and 8th. Starting point at the top of the chute there. Even money favorite number 6, Lucky Combination.
Oh, even money favorite. Huh. Look at that.
It's a shame that it's 1-1.
Iron Cappy, the first to go in.
You guys see you could get rooms on the strip tonight and tomorrow for the Super Bowl for like $26.
Laurel will be next. Victoria's Dancer moving in.
The town is dead for the Super Bowl.
Here is Sweet Laura.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Typically,
Typically, the town's hopping.
Okay. I had heard there's some big private Super Bowl parties in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I went to
So,
one every year for a long time. It's crazy that you get it in the valleys or whatever they call it, the horseshoe now for $26.
I mean, business is definitely flat right now on the strip at best.
Right here, late pick 5, getting away. See him bring it. Dylan Davis. Still looking for a race-to-race double there.
A race-to-race double.
Yeah, the race is on.
Or as we call it, a daily double.
Half step slow. No, never. Lucky Combination for the place seat at the tables up close to the inside and up to the far outside. Really, Diva was 4. Quickest is Lucky Combination who goes narrowly to the lead. Seat at the table right to that one's inside, just behind him. No, never. Runaway Diva 4.
Two.
The stretch for the first time around. Then comes America's Vow. Right now one's outside of American Beauty. Breaking 2 more back to Victoria's Dancer, who was away at 7.
I do remember that, Jeff.
Or after the slow gate moves up at 9.
I also remember when they clamped it down and you couldn't move it.
See at the table, Antonio Gallardo takes advantage of that inside post position and now spurts a length and a quarter in front. Combination, point second, up to the outside, Roughly Diva's 3rd. No, never. 4th, bottled up to the inside. Behind that comes All American Beauty. And those turquoise colors, right to that one's outside, Sweet Laura advances. Behind that, America's Vow. See Elegante still back at 8. Retired Kathy's out of last. Victoria's Dancer is now. Opening half at 49 and 1/5 seconds. They have a half mile left to go. Seated at the table. Relatively unopposed here.
Can't ask for much more if you're the 2 or the 6 in terms of the slowness of the
No, they're not going super fast.
American Beauty's getting a little bit closer. Moving up to joint 5th along with Sweet Laura. Then comes a wall of horses. Siempre Elegante moving up now to take over 7th. Retired Kathy trying to launch from the back. Around that far turn, 3/4, 113 and 4. It's been seated at the table. Nursed along by Antonio Gallardo up front. Lucky Combination, Runaway Diva out 3D. Those 3 spin to the top of the stretch. No, never's just behind them. Siempre Elegante has made him some ground to switch toward the outside. A final furlong left to go. Seat at the table, still there. Seat at the table, tries to kick for home a length and a half in front. No, never trying to come up the inside with Lucky Combination. Siempre Elegante on the far outside. Seat at the table, still there. Seat at the table, going to take him all the way. Seat at the table makes it 3 in a row. Siempre Elegante got up for 2nd, 3rd, which very, very close to the school of runners.
There you go, Oldie.
There we go. I'm on the board of the contest as well. I think you guys agree that the note was pretty good there?
Yeah, absolutely. Wiz like the boom. All right, Oldie, let's get over to Gulfstream Park. We got a minute, they say, but I think it's a little bit more than that.
All right. Crudo, the first-time starter here for Todd and his Pletcher with Johnny V aboard. Is taking all the money, was 4-1 on the morning line, is currently sitting at 3-5.
This horse obviously alive and working
Yeah.
well would be my guess. Oldie, I looked at this race. I thought the 1 had a big look at a price. I mean, it was the second pick, but the 5's obviously live would be my my guess here.
My concern,
I thought the 10 had a shot too, but go ahead.
My concern on the 1 is just the 1 looks like it stops when it was on the lead, and I think that could end up there. The 11, as we know, is likely too wide of a post, even with Saya's aboard there.
Yeah, that's a rough spot.
And so is the 10. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that's why the 5, I'm sure, is just taking a ton of money. I mean, not only fit, well, top pick, first time starter, it's I think it'll be tough. Trifecta maybe underneath though, again, I think the 3 can run underneath, the 1 can run underneath, the 10. So
well, not to sound too much like Scotty here, but what about the 6?
Summer vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it's Rosario, Brandon Walsh. I mean, the horse has a big GSR. I mean, 100% could run. I mean,
yeah. I mean, why not this horse? Here, decent post. Has some good looking works there. There's just a 3 of 13 there. I mean, why not this horse here versus, there are huge works or good works at Palm Beach Downs, but they're not insane on this Justify horse.
Yeah, but it's taking money, man.
Yeah, Matt Miller would say that's a sign.
Yeah. And
I mean, Johnny V jump on. I mean, I'm watching the video. You could flip, but they're showing the 3 right now. But I was trying to get a look at this horse.
Well, I can tell you they're betting the 5-1 double pretty hard here. It's 2-1.
All right. Well, let's take a quick. I haven't looked at the sequence, but let's just look at the. I would get rid of those.
And Matt, we'll be covering the Oaklawn race 6 coming up after this one at Gulfstream.
Yeah, brutal post, Patrick. Anything outside like the 7 post is terrible. So hard. That horse can have speed, probably find a good spot, but yeah, that's rough. That's a rough spot. That's good to know.
If you're looking at, did I just mess this up? I think I did. Where was I not locked? Not there. It must have been the first letter. No. So why did this come out the same price? Because I took the outside post off there. I could see something like this as a pick 5. I'm not going to have time to punch
Power
it. But...
from above, then Golden Swap. King Express in the M Racing colors. Now Golden Swap. XY Prime. Crudo. The orange and yellow colors of celebrity chef Bobby Flay.
What's the deal with Naira not letting DeSormo get a license?
Dude, I
Captain Eddie.
I don't know. It's kind of sad or something. I don't know what went on there.
I mean, we do know that he did have some domestic issues.
Ready now?
He had some drinking issues.
Yes.
Colors of David and Holly Wilson, Captain Eddie to the outside. All set for the late pick.
We've got a rad right there who commits domestic violence every day at the racetrack.
Off and running. Crudo was away mid-flight. Good start for Harvey down toward the inside, sent between horses. Ranger Battalions on the go. Into the top flight, XY Prime. Away fourth is Captain Eddie. Crudo comes out of the pack to race in fifth now. Only about 4 and a
Scary
quarter.
long shot to the lead.
Working 3 better than Multiverse. Then it's Power from Above and Summer Vibes. Shuffling to the back, Golden Swap and King Express. They have less
5
than half a
slowed
mile
it
to go.
though. Jeez.
20
Yeah.
seconds in the opening quarter. John Velasquez
Three
is on
can
a
run.
4-1
There's a
move with
10,
race
man,
leader
but
Crudo.
that's tough
Ranger
post.
Battalion
5
the
at a
target.
lot horse.
XY Prime is between horses. Crudo is 3 wide and confidently handled. Harvey is ridden into fourth now. 3 better than Captain Eddie, who's now fifth. Underway from the back is Multiverse. Inside lane now angles to the outside. Multiverse under a full head of steam here, trying to
He's
reach
going to
the
go
embattled
really
trio.
wide.
They're a quarter of a mile from home through a 45 and
6 ain't
2.5
going to
mile.
run
Multiverse is
a
still
lick.
closing. 5 wide on the outside. Crudo takes a
Get
narrow
up,
advantage.
one.
Multiverse runs at him on the outside. Harvey is between
Your one's
horses.
got it, I think.
Yeah.
And Multiverse
6
with
to
a
1,
big
man.
Justin.
run from the back. He's en route to a going away win.
Good call.
Here's the son of Practical Joe.
Riley
Here's
and his knot.
Multiverse, Thin Oak Stud. By the end, looking to Harvey second, XY Prime third, Crudo fourth, then Golden Swap.
1, 2, 10, man.
Good call, Justin.
Thanks, man.
Well
That's
done.
2. All right, Oldie. Out to Oaklawn.
Oaklawn race 6. 1 is your heavy favorite right now here. Well, not heavy, but 8 to 5. Not quite 1-to-1 there. The 11 is your long shot. I had to slip that in there, Chris. Sorry.
I know. Rodney should be betting the 7.
Hello, Hot Rod. Yes. Tony wants to do a late pick for at Tampa. After all, once we get back around to it, of course. Flatter.
Flatter.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hit the like button. Be like Flatter.
I thought the 9 has a really interesting look here if it runs back to some of its previous races at 6-1.
Poltergeist.
Ian Poltergeist.
Ian Poltergeist. I like it.
For Gary and his Compton.
I like the 10 here.
Yeah, I mean the Tiger wins the race, Tim. You're getting 5-1. But I don't know if I want the Remington / Sam Houston trainer here. Camp David, the 2 for Mike and his maker, lost the last race by 49 lengths. Doesn't seem to like Oaklawn all that much.
What's that 10-11 double playing? 10-11 paying 24-1. Wow.
Well, don't also be too shocked if the 6 wins with first off the claim for Jacobson.
6-11 is the double favorite at 11-1.
But this is one of those pretty wide open Oaklawn.
So you're saying it's a normal Oaklawn race?
Yeah, I don't think the next race is as wide open. Of course, it wants to single in this race. But let's see here. So you got the Battle Hymn of the Republic there in the 8. Let's see, is this top GSR? No, second. Let's see what we have here. Asmussen's been so cold at Oaklawn so far. This Matoli for Mocat has some really nice works. I would consider singling this 3 horse. There and doing something crazy like this. And I must really like this one in the 6. The 6 was the one, Justin, that I know I liked here. And then you had the 1 for McPeak. Okay, that makes sense. Those are pretty logical. The problem could be that this 2 could get away. So if you're doing this and playing this fairly in an Oaklawn fashion, I'm going to get rid of that long shot. Take that. Take the speed. I'm going to get rid of the 10 and keep that 2. I'd play something like that there. I do think this one could be beat here. It's just been coming up short. And a lot of those horses at Oaklawn end up going short. And it looks like they're off.
Let me get the audio
The
going.
5 is Condiment and Logical Bet as they make their way up the backstretch. Camp David comes out of the threesome on the lead early to take about a half-length lead. Eastside Pool pressing on a hold is asked to ration his speed and get a breather down the backstretch. 2.5 back to Pat's Property. Same can be said for him. He's third, already getting closer now as Camp David opens up the lead to a length of 3/4. Eastside Pool getting a breather. And Pat's Property, who's 3 wide, 2.25 lengths behind. Another 2 to $50 Atomic Tone shaking up down on the inside.
That's a very fast pace for a mile at Oaklawn.
Dazzling Silver parked wide going into the turn, trying to produce a bit in the pink cap. He's 5 off the pace. 2 lengths back to Poulter. Sonneman is given way with Logical Bet. Remember, this race will end at the 16th pole. Coming to the top of the stretch, Eastside Pool breezes to the front, went right by Camp David, who's out of gas. Pat's Property taking the second position under a ride. Eastside Pool, the one to reel in. Pat's Property outside the second.
Come on, Ted.
$50 into third with a furlong left to go. Eastside Pool is asked for his best. Pat's Property.
Come on, Ted.
Coming with a late run.
Come on, Ted. Come on, Ted.
Pool still in
Come on.
No.
And it is Eastside Pool to win.
You want to be on the outside when you're closing it there.
The 6 didn't run a bit at all.
Nope, not at all.
All right, Oldie, Santa Anita.
Yeah, it looks like we got a mad horse here. Santa Anita race 2 at 8K claimers. We got a 55% horse. Top pace, top SOR. Top GSR.
Oh, we did.
And you're getting 8 to 5 there, which seems like a gift.
Well, let's see if Matt has a Santa Anita play in him.
He's a tiny prancer. Sorry, I could not help myself.
For reasons I will remain silent on. I don't think he's going to play there. All right, okay, so when you get this going, so Leslie Nielsen was playing golf one day with President Bill Clinton, and he asked him, let me make sure that I get this right because I don't want to screw up the punchline. He asked him, excuse me, Mr. President, but what's that you have there in your pocket? And Clinton replied, golf balls. He's like, really? Wow. If that's anything like tennis elbow, it must hurt like hell.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right.
You know, that since the 5 didn't win and it was Tim Ham there, I'll tell you my call was, give me Ham on 5, hold the mail.
That is a good one.
I needed Tim Ham to have a number 5 horse for that to work.
Yes. All right. So, Oldie, you've got a ticket up there on the screen, $22.50 for a pick 4.
It's basically so
2 spreads.
2 singles and 2 alls, I think it is.
Oh, is it 2 alls? Oh.
Yeah, 2 singles, 2 alls for $27. If you get the first one home, it's some cheap entertainment because the 7, I believe, is winning. Well, maybe not. The system wants to single this. I thought this was a different horse. Hold on.
Kenny, welcome.
3 there.
Kenny likes the 1 here. Well, first time starters. That was a different race.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is not first time starters. We are getting ready to load, Oldie.
We're still sub 1-1 on the 7 there.
Sub 1-1 at 6-5.
Yes. No, we're still not quite at 1-1 is what I mean by sub.
It's post time. They're moving into the gate for the second. Started the early pick 4. Beverly T coming up.
And back to New York for the next.
Beverly and
Prancer
Pretty
to
is
the
coming up.
outside. Goes in.
Big field of 11 going 7
In the gate.
furlong.
And they're off. Very tardy beginning for Parlay Bay. It's Miss Peru getting the first call. Tiny Prancer has speed up alongside the
She's
challenge.
prancing for money.
Destiny's Diva
Like
coming
button,
through along
folks.
the
Hit
inside.
like button.
Beverly T in between those two. Noble Runner is next. Hakuya is 6 lengths off the lead and slow starting. Parlay
Luckily,
Bay
it's
is
running on the
last.
track and not on paper.
Over to the
Kenny.
half-mile pole.
Exactly.
Tiny Prancer crosses and clears by 3.
It'll be interesting to track.
Destiny's Diva is in second, followed by Beverly T.
Probably is better
in
for the
third.
horses than
Then it's Miss Peru, 3
synthetic.
deep now, 5 or 6 off this loose leader, Tiny Prancer, who's trying to blow him away right now. Then Noble Runner, who's 4 wide, racing 3 in front
Unfortunately,
of Hakuya, and Parlay
Tiny
Bay starts
Prancer
to
might
pick
have
it up
wanted
from
to announce
behind.
her
But in the
presence with
meantime,
authority, like
Tiny Prancer has built up a 10-length lead. Tiny Prancer, she's all alone at the top of the stretch. Now maybe 15 in front.
I think
Beverly
she's
T
fine.
trying to hold second.
She
Hakuya
can
moves
walk
through
home
on
right
the
now.
inside, and Parlay Bay. A
Be funny if we
one-horse
just
race.
geared her down to a
Tiny
trot.
Prancer by the length of the stretch.
6
It's
to
going
5.
to be close to
An
20 lengths
absolute
for
gift
Tiny
there.
Prancer. Tiny
If it
Prancer
stays there.
gallops. Take a deep breath and wait for Hakuya to complete the exacta. That was Miss Peru and Parlay Bay.
Very nice, Frank. Very nice. All right, Oldie, let's get out to the duct here. You got a few minutes before they go. Big field of 11 here.
The duck here. What did I play here? So,
One thing I would love to do, if we could get enough people to get like a cheap claimer at New York or a cheap horse that we could run there and give it the name Linda's Envelopes. And like only run it in a race where we run against Linda.
Yes. I mean, there are several trainers we could have kind of joke names to run against them, but
I'm sure they would be all in.
So I kind of like a little bit of those 3 Skylander here for Richard Dutrow and his junior here.
I got the audio queued up. I'll return in a minute.
I mean, Classic Legacy obviously has a chance, but this horse just doesn't win often enough for me. Wicco for Wesley and his ward, I think probably needs to lead, and it hasn't shown against this class. And we can watch the race some while we wait here too. I mean, Sheriff Bianco is a classic Linda Rice horse that just never seems to win. Maybe today's the day. I might actually, since it's a live contest, I might go there because I need the dues, so to speak. Even though I'm in 6th place, I need to close on that leader here.
Field sets 11, post time. Post time for today's 8. Expected value. Stepping forward, General Baker.
Expecto Patronus.
Classic Legacy. There's Gunnet. Sheriff Bianco goes in. Loaded quickly. Renton. Waco. Cascade. Ridgewood Runner. Treaty Obligation to the outside. treaty obligation. Moving forward. Goes it. All set. And they're off. Stumble towards the outside. Treaty obligation was off last. Ridgewood runner.
Well, there goes
It's the gray.
the top choice off last.
Ridgewood runner.
Brutal.
Is the clear leader. Cascasius down at the rail is now in third. It's progressing towards the outside as White goes. He's going to claim that third spot. Cascasius now back to fourth. General Bankers in fifth. Tightly at the rail is Reddington. Muscles on through. So the far outside, that early group is going to be Sheriff Bianco. The treaty obligation who's made up some ground. It's towards the back end of the field here with the oncoming Skylander. The two trailers. Classic Legacy with expected value. 23 and 3 for the opening quarter mile. Less than 4 furlongs to travel. Ridgewood runners in front. Ready to challenge is Gun It. And Gun It means business is the gray. In between
There's your eight horse, Haley.
right there, 3 wide. As White goes, trying to make up some ground for Christopher Elliott. 4 wide. Here's the run from Sheriff Bianco. General Bankers in behind horses.
Come on, Sheriff Bianco.
All in.
This is your time. This is the time you end this losing.
Ridgewood runner still with the nose in front. Expected value is making a big wide ride. It reaches the top of the stretch, and they are lined up. Ridgewood runner fending them off so far. Here down the center of the racetrack is Blanco, who's got some momentum. Sheriff Bianco, expected value is far back.
Oh, they're going to be close.
Blanco is ready to
No, the nine's got it.
Blanco, Ridgewood runner down the rail, looking for Ridgewood.
Oh, the
No,
10 is so
game.
game.
And yeah, I did not think the 10 hit that
Get
much.
up, 10.
10-1.
Ridgewood runner over Blanco, then hit another photo.
Wow.
9-1. That's gonna shake 18-1. Sorry, 18-1.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Gonna shake up the contest.
Did
if
you
anybody
guys
had it.
did you guys show David's note?
I did
Oh,
not.
you,
know.
you must not have. Oh yeah, David had a note there, man. Wow. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Big price.
yeah, great call, David. And that's why he's the champ, though.
That's right. All right. Tampa Bay Downs. 2 minutes to go.
Tony wanted to pick 4. And the ticket generator not going to cooperate. Let's try it on this screen. I think you can go leaner than this in this race, but if you want to spread here as I did, I really think it's the 6, 4, and 3, and then I just took some potential bombs with the Hardy horse and the 2 there.
Sylvain saying Aqueduct today, it's all inside speed. Keep that in mind as we get to, I think we got one more at Aqueduct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a baker's dozen races left with you guys today.
And
I have one race, and then I'm gonna go do my fairgrounds video, and then I need to go coach basketball.
All right. Is your son off the IL?
Yeah, he sure is. It's good to have him back. He's had 2 good games. We only have like 5 or 6 kids today because it snowed. We got kids playing other sports. Like he's gonna probably play the whole game, which will be good. He'll be just fine.
Nice.
So my notes, and we discussed a lot of these horses, Justin. I had the note that this horse is taking a big drop, the 3, the second pick. Also put in the notes the discussion we had around this horse maybe being a turf horse, and they're just taking a shot here. The 4 I know you like, Justin.
Yeah, I heard laugh.
For JD Wentworth.
Yep.
Your money. Do what you want with it. Justin, Wiz wants to know what the spread in the game is.
Dude, the team where I'm on the 4, her laugh in this
race.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
It looks like no, I know, yeah, but I think she has a big shot. Ran down at Fairgrounds and had come out of Churchill, and she looks to be the goods here. I didn't think the 6 had to win this race, so thank you, Flatterer. The team we're playing has only lost one game. We lost to them by 11 last time without Paxton. So I'd say the spread probably like 8. They're a good team. They're for sure the best team that we have to play. So probably like 8 points. 8-point spread.
I don't know that this one is any good or wants dirt, but it is a Godolphin homebred for Hardy there on the rail.
Russ like the 235 exacta box.
But I thought this was a pretty weak edition of the Suncoast.
3's good price. Yeah. I'm rolling with the 4 and Mr. Beckman, and hopefully Irad decides to ride like Irad can, and he just wins the race.
The horse that's taking a lot of money that I didn't see is this 8 here for Barbosa.
We split the earlier stakes races at Aqueduct, Oldie. I almost got the first one. You got me in the first one, but I got the second one.
It was inches, though, that I survived that race. So
I had a daily double there, too. It was such a good one. I was like, oh.
Italian soiree moving forward. Here's Queen of the Deck, Caroline and Chloe in the final 3. They're loading quickly here for the Suncoast. 45th running of this race, and of course, Kentucky Evans points on the line.
It's really, to me, Chris, did you hear anything about why they split the turf races out of this card that were in it last year?
Chloe and Sammy Camacho, the outside.
See there?
No, I'm assuming it was just attendance, so they didn't want to load up one card. They've been doing good on Saturdays.
Because I know last week they had the turf races that are usually on this card.
Yeah, and they had better attendance and better on-track handle as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the race is on. The Suncoast the start came away last.
No. What happened?
But the 4 can close, and they're going fast. So don't quote. The 4 has one win closing and one from dead last.
Yeah, but look at that kickback there, man. You get a lot of kickback with the sand at Tampa.
The deck is back in 7th. 3 more back to the slow starting per lap. Iron Trees trying to get her called down at the back.
Yeah, that's a brutal start.
11 off the lead.
Well, Irad special.
A lot of the back stretch here in the Suncoast.
Maybe this was the plan, though, to go kickback.
Italian soiree is 4th, and the light blue colors about 2.5 off the top.
You just don't see him close like that off the screen at Tampa.
No, definitely not. But
Deck is 7th. It's 5 or 6 more now back to her lap. It continues on as a distant trend. 47 seconds with the opening half lap. Lacara takes him into the far turn with 3/8 to go to the Suncoast. Stretches that lead back out to a length. Jutra continues in 2nd. Italian soiree toward the inside. Starting to move for the back, dancing magic.
Man, here she comes.
He's coming.
He's starting to commence a bid. Has drawn to within 7. Looks like it'll stay toward the inside. As Lacara brings him to the top.
Oh, you're going to try to ride the rail?
Oh. Italian soiree. Her lap. Steven by Tweet Runners is going to try to come out.
No, the one.
Meanwhile, Lacara
6 gone.
6 gone.
Her lap running up into 2nd with Delray down the
6 too good. Wow.
With a final 16
You
to go.
can't.
You got 7-2 there on the 6.
Yeah, I think that's just a bad break, to be honest.
Yeah. Blew the break. No
Yeah.
chance. The dog wants out.
But that was the horse I think that was my top pick there. Just my thoughts on the preview show was that these are the type of fillies. Cassie does really well with fillies. And these are the type of fillies he tends to win with.
Let's roll to Gulfstream. 1 minute means 3.
I'm out. I gotta go.
All right, Justin.
All right, Justin.
Hey,
Good luck.
Oldie, I'm gonna text you to retweet my video again, but I'll send you WhatsApp. Either one. Take it probably in like 30 minutes. Good luck, all.
All right,
I hope you guys have a good weekend.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yeah, and Fairgrounds, if you want Fairgrounds, they have late start, which is great. They're not racing tomorrow, but I'll have video out in like 30 minutes, so watch for that. I do like a bet in the very last, but I'll make you watch the video. So it'll be out on X. I have it on mine, or it'll be on EquinEdge. Have fun, y'all. Good luck.
Have a good one.
See you, Justin. All right. So we got one more Gulfstream race, I believe, till the start of the Coast to Coast as well. But here we have the one Hurricane Nelson, big favorite, needs the lead, hadn't been getting home for
Uneven money.
Uneven money for sure, 1-5 there. I wouldn't count the 4 Raging Fury out there. Not much you can do in terms of the pace, but if somebody goes or Hurricane Nelson just stops, I mean, I think I like Raging Fury better than Ensign Parker to pick that up. I think Ready to Roar Ready, not Ready to Roar, is going to be too far back. The second pick. So I take a little bit of Raging Fury, who isn't taking money to have a shot to upset Hurricane Nelson here.
You got a little bit of Raging Fury in you, Oldie?
Always. Raging Bull, Raging Fury, Major Nelson, Hurricane Nelson. I got all of them.
Okay.
I don't think there's been a Hurricane Nelson yet.
I don't recall one.
I imagine that hurricane to be like the Nelson from The Simpsons. They're walking around there. I can see. Venezuela is gold there. I just saw that. I'm looking at the scratches there for the Venezuela races.
So,
Late
Oldie,
start.
you like the Super Bowl tomorrow?
I honestly think it's probably the Chiefs, and that's just going to make people angry. I mean, they're going to have to stop Barkley. If they stop Barkley, if this was 2 years ago, I think Jalen Hurts could beat them, but I'm not sure if he can beat them with his arm this year.
One thing I think is interesting is the last time Patrick Mahomes faced Tom Brady, he got beat. And although he's not facing him on the field tomorrow, he is facing him in the broadcast booth.
Well, I can't imagine that Patrick Mahomes would be any worse than Tom Brady in the broadcast booth.
The horses are at the gate.
Because the first interesting thought Tom Brady has in the broadcasting booth would be his first career interesting thought.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready for the late pick 4. It starts here at 6 furlongs. The heavy favorite is the 1 Hurricane Nelson.
They had an opportunity to bring Greg Olson in as the third man in the booth.
4 Raging Fury on the turn back. Javier Castellano riding there. Ensign Parker, the next one to go forward. Then Roar Ready and Adios Papa Chico.
Adios Papa Chico.
Blue colors of Roar Ready. Now Adios Papa Chico. And the late pick 4. They're at the post, and they're off. From the outside, Adios Papa Chico wins the break, but Hurricane Nelson will make the early lead. Sent forward by Luis Saez, the favorites in front. Raging Fury toward the inside with Adios Papa Chico, then Roar Ready, and Ensign Parker. In the run to the half-mile point, it's the big son of...
And the one on post on synthetic a lot of times is a tough place to break from.
Outside Ensign Parker now third.
Wiz, if Greg Olson had won 7 Super Bowls, he would be the number 1 Fox team.
2 to 5 shot in front.
Unfortunately,
Greg Olson and his massive skill set.
Nelson by a length and a half. Ensign Parker is now second.
That's it for the Bears fans out there. That's a callback to Mike Martz's rip on, or attempted rip on Greg Olson when he wanted him traded.
So now, Oldie, since
Meanwhile, Raging Fury with renewed energy toward the
The
inside.
Bears owner
On the
died.
turn in the
Is
stretch drive,
Aaron
Hurricane
Rodgers now
Nelson
the sole
failed
owner
on
of
the
the
top
Bears?
end by Sias trying to finish it up.
No, her
Raging
11
Fury toward the
children.
inside, he's second, but he's not making any ground on the leader. Here's
You
Roar
heard
Ready.
me
He
that
has a
right.
chance for second. He might
Well,
be
that means they're
second.
going to get
Not going to
sold.
beat Hurricane Nelson.
Yeah.
Then
So
Hurricane
the
Nelson to
rumor
win
had
by
been for
5.
years that
Very
they were
close in
waiting
the
for
end
her
for
to pass
second
on
between Roar Ready and Raging
to
Fury.
sell the team because she
109
basically said over
and
my
4.
dead body.
Yeah, well, here
But
we are.
you got 11 children that probably have to pay inheritance tax, if that still exists on that.
Uh-huh.
And they have no other businesses. That the Bears are their business.
Yeah.
And they're not liquid. They don't have a second income source like a stadium or anything like that. So I would not be shocked. The existing problem right now is all the minority owners they brought in are all older than 70 years old. And
All right.
that's not a joke. So this is Matt's race here with the 11
Yeah.
top Tommy gun. I want to get in a small win bet on my long shot there, the 1 American Outlaw. Who is currently at 19-1, and just what I've seen, the way I've seen the track play there.
What, worse than John Madden? John Madden was not the worst.
Hey, we wouldn't have John Madden's football if it wasn't for John Madden, and definitely not the worst announcer.
No.
Or commentator. Brian Baldinger comes to mind. He was awful. Not bad on Twitter, though.
Without John Madden, you wouldn't have Boom, Tough Acting Connected.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I used that line a few months ago on somebody, and they had no idea what Tough Acting Connected was.
Yeah. I mean, John Madden is the originator of the Boom.
And he also is the originator of, did you get the license plate on that bus?
On the what?
On the bus that just hit him.
No.
It actually is. That's from, I believe, like Madden 94 or 93. When they used to have injuries in the game, and they'd have a ambulance come out on the field and run over the players.
He's also the inventor of he's also made the turducken famous.
Yes, that is true as well. I don't know that anybody had heard of a turducken before him. I mean, I'm sure people have heard, but you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. What's crazy is everybody thought Madden was the drunk guy, and it was what's his name?
Pat Summerall.
Pat Summerall.
Yeah. There are some. Go ahead.
I did like John Madden when he was paired up with Al Michaels. That was a good run too.
Yeah, I mean, much like Dickie V in college basketball, Madden was always entertaining.
Oh, absolutely.
He could provide you more insight than Dickie V could on what was actually going on, but all right. So Oaklawn race 7, they're getting close here, I hope.
Yep.
And we go to Anita, right?
That is correct.
You are correct, sir. Well, I'll start looking at this.
What are you doing here? Who are you? No, who are you and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith. I'm a locksmith.
Yes, I'm a locksmith and I'm a locksmith. So McCarthy ran this, I'm just looking at Anita, ran this 4-horse on synthetic first time out, coming over from Europe, from a John Gosden horse. Look at the GSR drop and the increase today going down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
getting 5-1 there. That seems like a risk that's worth taking with JJ riding too.
All right, we're going into the gate.
American Outlaw goes into the gate. Lightning struck in the green jacket. Blaine JD and the Bruno Chickadans, red and white, looking for his second win in the last couple weeks. Wind of Change, post 2. Blaine JD hops in. Veil, post 3. No joke. And Circle Back Jack.
Circle back, Jack.
Kane in the blue jacket. Circle Back
Just
Jack.
don't get that too close to.
The outside folks.
I won't even say.
Yeah, it's close, very close.
We're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
All right, well, I'm up to 4th in the contest, but I'm way behind.
Lightning struck in the green jacket, showing speed. Blaine G pumped upon hard to get up there. Isn't quite quick enough in the first furlong. I know Joe flashing forward. American Outlaw being part of the fun on the front end here. We could change not far off as well. There's a scramble for the lead, and it's going to be on No Joke to take a half-length edge on American Outlaw. Top with Tommy placed second. Now claiming that position from American Outlaw. Then comes Veil, the 4th position heading into the far turn. Lightning struck alongside of him. Gap of 2.5 to Circle Back Jack. Lane JD, not his day today, is plummeting back. Wind of Change is next. And Payne will have to pass them all the old pros behind horses right now as they round the far turn. I No Joke, the leader at half length. Top gun Tommy the favorite, right there, neck behind, coming to the top of the lane. Veil is third as they swing off the corner.
Yeah, one didn't run away.
Cuts the corner, but he's lost ground far outside. Payne's getting rolling. Still has 3 lengths to gain. It's I No Joke who loses the lead at top of the Tommy. Here's Payne on the scene. Payne and Christian Torres from last to first. And it is going to be Payne, the 10-year-old, coming up strong, opening up late to win by 3. Classy horse. That's his 10th lifetime win. Top of the Tommy was
the 10.
Payne. Christian Torres, second choice, 5-2, gets the job done there. That double's going to pay $11.10 for a buck. All right, Oldie, Santa Anita. Santa Anita, I kind of already talked about this, but I like this 4 here. Well, let's watch the race sim a little bit. I mean, if either the 1 or the 5 doesn't go, the other one could get an easy lead, potentially.
Sure. Oldie liking the 4 for McCarthy and Hernandez. I'll get a little piece of that. Let the old man back in the room.
I'm assuming that's the dog.
Yeah, you're step.
The 3 Grand Aspen does really well in the race sim, but been a long time since it's been on turf. And definitely doesn't look like a turf sprinter. There, but it does chart out well. Dandy Man Shoes, been around a long time. I have a note here that says this horse is a money burner. And it's at low odds again, getting ready to possibly do what it does, which is to say burn money. You have to go back to 2023. It's been down the hill a few times. Let's change that to once. Didn't win against much easier than this.
Matt had the 10 in the contest. A little
Nicely
bit more
done, Matt. What did I want?
I should look that up and see what the leaderboard looks like. He is currently sitting in third place with $1,449. Derek, our friend Derek, in fourth at $929.
Very nice.
This is paying two seats. Top two get a Kentucky Derby Breeders' Cup, Kentucky Derby betting challenge sheet, and third place gets $2,500. Plus, they get to keep their funds. Looks like they fell 4 entries short of getting a third seat there. So that's where we're at right now. And this is the Sam S. Davis Oaklawn. You can pick from those races there.
Nice. So my next race in my contest appears to be
what is your contest?
So again, it's the horse players,
Okay.
What I call the non-winners of one, people who haven't won a entry yet. I'm sitting in fourth out of 34 people, but I need to win because there's only enough people played for one seat, and I'm pretty far behind. But there's significant breakage that I'm not that far behind of.
Okay.
Here, so I got to make a decision. Do I go for the breakage and try to keep going? I've won 3 in a row in the contest, or 3 of 4. I'm sorry, in the contest. And do I just keep piling on, or do I try to take a shot here on a higher price? And I am getting a bigger price than I thought here in Gulfstream 10 on the horse I'm using. So I may just stick with my guns there and see what happens.
Stick with your guns.
And I'll tell, I'm not sure who else is watching, who's playing in that contest. I did not see Brad in it this time.
What makes Sammy run out alertly? Here's Charge for Gold, flying through on the inside, though, to take the lead. And Game Time showing his natural early foot second. Cubby is a close-up third. What makes Sammy run as usual, settles well off the pace, now has 5 to make up. Dandy Man shines second to last, and Grand Aspen is at the back. 8 lengths covers them. It's Charge for Gold. The loose leader, Cubby, is under a stronghold in second. 3 more lengths to a well-settled Game Time third. What makes Sammy run? Dandy Man shines, passing rivals down on the inside. He's within 4 lengths of the front runner, and Grand Aspen
if the 4 can get to the 1 here.
Heading to the quarter pole, it's Charge for Gold with a 2-length lead. Cubby chases
the
him
1
throughout.
did get that
At the
easy
rail,
lead.
Dandy Man shines, and Game Time head and head, third and fourth. Grand Aspen and What Makes Sammy run, top of the stretch. Charge for Gold has had it all his own way. Dandy Man shines, picking up good momentum on the inside now. Clearly into second. Game Time, Cubby between those two. Final
just
furlong.
Way
Charge
too easy of a lead.
with a
That's about the slowest time down the hill
Game Time and Dandy Man shines
I've seen in terms of the opening quarter.
Almost home, and Charge for Gold in front-running fashion under Kyle Frey really never asked for his best. He aired. Photo for second between Dandy Man shines and Game Time.
Okay, Oldie, Aqueduct.
Aqueduct. The duck to the duck to the duck, duck, duck. The classic Aqueduct, a end of card maiden race.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Vekoma in the kind that's sitting at 3 to 5 here. And we'll take a look at it in a minute.
I'm going with the long shot, Rupert.
Well, I'm just watching the race sim, and I'm gonna take a quick look at this 11. That it is creased off in his Clement there, with Matty Oliver. Let's look at Roofer.
Behold me, thrill me.
I think I would take a little piece of and try a long shot on the 11 there.
And we're out to Tampa Bay Downs after this.
Currently 25-1, which tells me that people don't think this horse can run.
Correct.
The word is out, so to speak, that this horse can't run.
Video monitors there. Here's America's Back. Skytip. Solar Glare. Montauk Memoirs. Consider Done. And Counter Move. Counter Move. Backs away. Now in. Also. And Solar Glare with off slowly. At the rail, Roofer. Right to the front. Then Roofer is the clear leader, is now up by halfway.
Great break on Roofer.
The base as well is now tracking from second out wider. Consider It Done, and also Counter Move. There are 4 right across the racetrack. Very tightly bunched. Lineup right in behind that. At the rail, there comes Unbroken Chain. Is in that mix, is moving forward. Here comes a move from America's Back. America's Back is now taking a lone 5th. Back to 6 will be Unbroken Chain. Shoved along McKinda. McKinda is now getting the kickback and moves towards the outside. Is in pursuit to the front 4, who went 22-3 for the opening quarter mile. The 4 at the back. That's Montauk Memoirs. Also rear drive is Kiss Me, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Solar Glare, and the trailer, Dominican Thunder. They reach the top of the stretch. Here's Skytown, who's ready to challenge Roofer down towards the inside. Counter Move is making up some ground. McKinda out the center of the racetrack and about to split rivals. Here comes America's Back. 5 of them across the racetrack late. It's Skytown for a final furlong, trying to get there. It's Skytown down towards the inside. McKinda rolls late. America's Back in between horses. Counter Move right there.
It's almost a carbon copy of the race sim.
Davis with the finale. In the second Counter Move.
Katie Davis, another win on the card for her. As we wrap up Aqueduct, Oldie, and get you out to Tampa Bay Downs.
Tampa Bay Downs. So this was one of the races I didn't write notes for because the A's coming out and which horse IRAD would stick on if that A stayed in was late. So I did not have a chance to rewrite notes, but I like the, actually this is the only race on the card that I did not have a note for. And I thought this 12 might have a big look. It was originally the long shot, but that moved to the 3 here. Pediatric Princess. If this horse wins, it'll blow up the board. Low GSR there. So let's concentrate on, I really think it's between that this is kind of a 4-horse race. I didn't like the second pick, but I did like the 2 first-time starters. The Brendan Walsh with Gallardo horse working well on the turf. It's by Quality Road. The 11 Majestic Drive. And then the Chad Brown firster, Portfolio Duration, who amongst the 2 Chad Browns is the one that is taking money here. And it's Clarovich Stables as well. So, and it's Pratt, it's IRAD there. The other one here is, this horse has gotten to the lead and then gotten caught in the stretch multiple times. So it may be a horse that loses focus. I don't believe they were going to blinkers there. No, but they are adding LASIK. So that may improve the horse there. And same thing with Time Ticking Blonde. Big turf GSR. First time routing on turf. Sprint first time out there at Kentucky Downs. Then to dirt, and now finally back and taking a shot. The win percentage really likes it for Victoria Oliver. And, I think this horse might have a big look at 9-1.
All right. Racing down with a question here. Who from the EE team have NHC? Scotty's double qualified, and so is David. Oldie working on it. Justin will play last chance on site on Thursday. Maybe Oldie as well. I don't know. Oldie, Justin, Scotty, and David will be on site. I will be anchoring from home.
You will, yes, unfortunately. Um, but you know, even if I don't qualify, we will be heavily involved there. Dave, there's going to be a EE subscribers only event as well that Scotty has wanted to do. So,
We're still thinking of you coming
and there's
forward.
going to be some interesting swag there that Chris ordered as he walks away here. So we'll have to wait for him to come back for him to talk about that. E morning line on the 8 at Tampa.
John Dodd coming forward.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's portfolio.
gonna have to get a trap because it has no speed, but
Yes, Pediatric Princess, St. Overhead for John Terranova, gate 3. World War coming up. Here's Mona L, bright red colors, gate 4. Jose Ferrer.
Oh.
Here's Mona L, we just reared up.
we got an angry horse on the 4.
A little bit fired up behind the gate there. It's Mona L. We're going to be trying to load with Jose not on board.
And then Oldie, we're out to Gulfstream after this.
Because I was just mentioning that there was some interesting swag. You ordered some interesting swag the other day too for Vegas.
Yeah, I gotta get that finalized tonight. And
will be all set for a start.
And we should have proofs hopefully by Tuesday night.
I gotta have somebody make a pterodactyl or something with the logo. The E pterodactyl.
We need a brooch. We need like one of those paper military hats.
Yeah.
And the race is on. Mona L set for speed of those red colors. Lag by omission is close up. As those two quickly speed off, it's song up from the far outside and wants to join the early proceedings as well. They come to the stretch for the first time. It's Mona L, Jose Ferrer on the engine in front by almost 2 down. Lag by omission second.
Has anybody been paying attention? The speed has been holding on the turn. Maybe you don't want to let somebody get away. I'm just talking to the jockeys.
Still thinking of you. Portfolio duration is in between horses. Is running it back about 7. Outside of that, one kept sticking time line at 8. They're a length and a half in front. War was third last. The 2 at the back, God Dodd and Native Rose. Up front, it's Mona L who continues on. 23 seconds from that opening quarter mile, Mona L. Midway down the back stretch in front by almost 2. And it's Song in second. By omission drops 4 lengths off the leader back in third. Then comes Kala in fourth. Down at the inside, Pediatric Princess, Majestic Drive. Portfolio duration in amongst horses is 7th right now. World War starts to move to her outside 8. Then comes Ticking Time Blonde. Still thinking of you. Still the 2 at the back. God Daughter, Native Rose. Mona L with that opening half at 47-1. Goes to the far turns. Hit Song at a big price. Trying to get a little bit closer now. Draws within a length. Then comes Lying by Omission, who's still 3 lengths behind. Portfolio duration trying to move inside of horses. It's back 5th right now. They're getting the jump on that with Pediatric Princess. Mona L still who they got to catch. It's Mona L coming to the top of the stretch. The lead 3.5. Lying by Omission trying to wear that one down. Has a final furlong to do it. Now starting to get near. Meanwhile, portfolio duration switches to the outside of the drive. Final furlong to Lying by Omission. Here's
let's see if the 7 can hold the lead in the stretch this time.
The inside Lying by Omission. Portfolio duration on the outside Lying by Omission. Portfolio duration.
I think the answer is no. I think the 9 got the bob. And for the 3rd time in a row, the 7 lost in the stretch.
That was super close. All right, Oldie, I'll keep my eye on that one. If you can move over to Gulfstream Park.
Gulfstream Park, the beginning of the coast to coast. Ooh, no, 7 got the bob. All right, so I thought this was a 3-horse race. Justin did too. We covered this on the previous show. We both really liked the 8 on the lead, having a big shot here. I think that the 9's the classiest horse here. I'm not sure it wants 5 furlongs, but the price is pretty good. And then the 7 is, I think, is being overbet a little bit, but we'll find out here at 3 to 5. But it is a big pace advantage on opponent's hope, the long shot here. Big pace advantage. So if that horse gets loose and the 9 and 7 can't press there and are too far back.
7-9 at Tampa.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations to the 7. There, I guess the Lasix did the trick there. Or IRAD, one or the other. But yeah, I really think that this, it's a 5 furlong race. Speed tends to do well on these turf sprints at Gulfstream. So I really think it's between the 8, 9, and 7. And, the 2 seems to have done its best running on synthetic. Doesn't mean it can't show up here. But, that's kind of what I see in the in handy view there. I did, Gary. So everybody want to see my kind of ridiculous coast to coast? Here we go. 7, 8, 9, all single of the 12. If I could actually click on the right one here, who is top SOR, top win, long shot there. Didn't run last time out. I think was just in against too good. Dropping down here, I'm hoping on the drop to be able to get a price and to get that horse home as a single. Then all, and then the Baffert seemingly lone pace seismic beauty at Santa to close it out.
Half dozen races left for us, dear oldie, as we get ready to load here at Gulfstream. That's his coast to coast there.
Coast to coast, one of the best values with that dollar base and the low takeout and no computer wagering. So it's just you playing me or me playing you there. Seven is a better payout for you. I'm trying to see what they're talking. All right, they're coming to the synthetic and then the turf course. And they're marching. They got their marching orders. And get it down to 6 to 1. So it looks like late money's coming in on the 8 and the 9 here.
We will be back out to Oaklawn Park right after this, followed up by Santa Anita. We got a half dozen races left, oldie. Our last race will be the Grade 3 Belmont Stakes at Oaklawn Park.
So Sylvain, I used to separate the turf and the dirt. But yeah, so that's something I could run. It just would take me a little while to separate and just write the.
It's post time for the feature of the day, the ladies turf sprint. 5 furlongs over the turf. Race favorite is 7, Just a Care.
Formulas.
Draw on the outside. Beauty of the Sea under Relu Gutierrez will complete the line. Ready for action at 5 furlongs. All set. And they're off in the ladies' turf sprint. Epona's Hope blitzing out well from her outside gate, trying to get over as well. Beauty of the Sea holding some inside position. Shoshana's into the top flight, sent through at the inside. Correa tries to guard an inside position in the run to the half-mile point. It is Epona's Hope. She got over, and she's in front now by 2. Shoshana is now second, blind spot at the rail in third. Getting started on the outside, Just a Care. In between horses, Beauty of the Sea. Correa's in tight between.
He won't come in
to
here.
keep his ground between runners. Length and a half to Weekend Rags. Out the back, Freedom Speaks and Sinead. They run to the top of the stretch, and Epona's Hope, sharp at the top of the lane under Joel Rosario, still has the lead by 2. Just a Care to attack mode second, but she's got 3 lengths to raise and an eighth of a mile to raise it. Just a Care tries to go get Epona's Hope. Epona's Hope is in front. Just a Care runs at her with a 16th to go. Epona's Hope needs the wire. Just a Care launching late. Epona's Hope, Just a Care, Epona's Hope, Just a Care, and Epona's Hope held.
Boom.
Hope beat Just a Care.
That was the horse I used in the contest.
The 8?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Give you some horn. Excellent.
And good start to, we get the long shot to start the Coast to Coast Big 5 too.
Well, it's 92. I don't think it was a long shot, but
it was the long shot at the Scotty long shot is what I mean.
It wasn't the long shot in the race.
Right. No, it was actually shorter than its E morning line by, actually, no, it wasn't. It was 4-1 on the E morning line. So it was right about where it should have been at 9-2. So I'll take that.
Absolutely. Okay, Oldie. The Lawn of the Oak.
The Lawn of the Oak. Maiden special weight. I like the 3 stomp here. And if you say that the top 2 win percentages here together, or reverse it, we gotta switch screens here.
You got Oaklawn and then Santa Anita, and you got 8 minutes to.
All right, so Mike, the 3 stomp I think was my top pick here, but if you put those 2, the 3 and the 8 together, you get Stomp Him.
If you put the 3 and the 8 together, you get 11.
You do, yes, but it's also Stomp Him, which is perfect when you're facing a Velociraptor.
Or a pterodactyl.
The 5 horse, yes, or a pterodactyl. But I just thought that so you have second pick, top win on the 3 stomp. You have some nice works. It's a Matoli for Marquette here. The Marquette horses have been all running. He's really shown up this meet, and there's some nice works here. You're getting 5-1 versus the Cassie Velociraptor here, who's gotten caught every time. There's some value there on stomp, and the data is saying, hey, look at me as well there. And I know Asmussen's been cold. The other one, it's an Into Mischief. He's putting up the less successful of his 2 sons as well there with Eric, who's sub 8% at the meet on Iron Dome, but this isn't Into Mischief. It's well bred. It probably was very expensive. So just at 19-1, keep an eye on that one as well. And we lost Chris again. So let me check it where they are on the track here. We got still a minute or so here, but I do like Stomp, the 3 top GS, or second best, third best GSR. Help if I actually look and talk it out. Good works. Marquette can win with firsters. He doesn't win a lot, but his horses have all been running. He's putting gaff aboard. him and Gaff are 17%, so better than both of their win percentages. The other Marquette that the 8 here also has some huge works, the Mackenzie. Let's see, are these guys working together? No. So both those horses, I think, are possibilities there over the favorite, but I prefer the 3 Stomp. And you should also note, even though the 7 Iron Dome is, the higher GSR horse, it's getting I mentioned that Eric's only 8% this meet, so maybe note the fact that Keith is aboard the other Asmussen horse here. And they're walking towards the gate. Maybe we can take a look. Let's take a look at the last race here. You may want to consider, if you like Loved, the way I like Loved here, or Cornerstone, maybe a 3-1-6 double, if you have time to get that in, as they're going in the gate here.
The 2 Rombo Quinn entrants stopped at him. They're the next 2. My Kid Sid, post position at number 4.
My Kid Sid. Wasn't Sid the kid in Toy Story who destroyed all the toys?
Velociraptor Rango, the next 2. Into the outside post, Gunrunner Charlie. To the outside post. Gunrunner Charlie and Ramon Vasquez running up the field. We're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
Good for them.
And Laurel.
3 didn't break at all.
Slow coming out of there. Iron Dome up on the pace today from him, who's moving up to claim the 2nd position in the early stages. Velociraptor moves forward on the inside. Velociraptor has the lead by a neck. Bontemps 2nd. Iron Dome is 3rd. Him 4th on the outside, joining Iron Dome down the backstretch. A gap of 4 lengths back to Secret Legend, Don and Normandy next to the field, followed by My Kid Sid with Stop, a fix to the inside. Rango is 2nd to last, and Gunrunner Charlie has to tap on the brakes going into the 4-turn run. They round the 4-turn here. Velociraptor, the leader of net. Bontemps 2nd, and him is 3rd, rounding the 4-turn. He's 2.5 lengths behind, rounding that turn. Iron Dome has given way. Secret Legend's trying to run on as they come to the top of the lane. Velociraptor off the turn with Bontemps, they're even. And here comes him on the outside, him producing his rally as they come down the lane. Him gathering good momentum on the grandstand side. And him down the center of the track, blowing past Velociraptor, coming to the furlong. Always in front, he's a little bit green, but getting on now.
How green was that horse?
Velociraptor is 2nd, him straightly out. And a nice son of McKinsey on debut. It is him to win it by 3.
All right, the 8. Oldie, Santa Anita.
Santa Anita. Hot Jammies. The 3 horse here. The 7 Magic Wanderer. The system wanted to single that horse in a pick. In the pick 4. From looking at this a little closer, I think the 3 has a big shot here. And you got to take note of the 4 being bad as well. Would be my comments there. Let's watch the race sim, see how the race sim plays out. The 7's best race was against Far Easier, and it was 1 on the lead. It does have the 7 to be the one to run down the 3, not the 4 or 5 there.
After this, we'll get to Tampa Bay Downs for the Sam F. Davis.
Samuel F. Davis.
And as I mentioned last night, you have the 3-horse in that race, John Hancock, out of Constitution. John Hancock did not sign Constitution.
He did not sign the Constitution. You're right. He signed the Declaration of Independence.
He did.
And the Hancock building is no longer the Hancock building, even though everybody still calls it that.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Just like the Sears Tower.
Yes.
It'll
Just
always
like
be the Sears Tower.
Absolutely.
Time. They're
Nick,
I'm
loading in.
still in for it that did not, even with that win and me being the only one who had it, I now have a very comfortable lead on 5th.
Hmm.
But I am $3 out of 2nd place right now.
Hot Jammies will be next.
$3. Actually, less than $3. But I need about another $25 to win this thing.
And get a seat.
Magic Wanderer to the outside.
That would be awesome. Here we go. 1 out.
Magic Wanderer and Pedro Flores coming up.
Matt Miller in first of the turning. $2,327. Second place, 1860.
Almost.
Still 1 out.
Magic Wanderer taking her time. All set. And they're off. Quick start for Perfect in Gray in the middle, straight to the front. Hot Jammies hard ridden for speed second. Ripping Away is down at the rail in third, followed by Magic Wanderer, 6 off the pace in fourth. Then Shadowed Thoughts in the 5th spot.
4 seemed really well.
Blue Breeze. And outside of that pair, it's Your Royal Flyness. They're heading into the far turn, and Perfect in Gray has a 3-length lead. Hot Jammy still aggressively ridden, passed now by Magic Wanderer on the outside, who's coming after Perfect in Gray, heading to the quarter pole. Then Rippin' Away has lost some ground fourth with 7 lengths to make up. They're followed by Blue Breeze racing in between horses, quarter pole, and Perfect in Gray and Magic Wanderer well clear of the rest. Perfect in Gray, 2-length lead coming to the 8th pole. Magic Wanderer chasing gamely second. 6 back, Rippin' Away and Blue Breeze, a 16th to go. Perfect in Gray clinging to a 1.5-length lead. Magic Wanderer is second by a long way. Then Blue Breeze third. It's Perfect in Gray all the way. Magic Wanderer was second. Blue Breeze third. Photo for fourth between Rippin' Away and Your Royal Flyness.
All right. Obvious stuff there, Oldie.
Yes.
Let's
So
get out.
the Sam.
The Sam.
The Sam. The Sam, we have still the favorite is Owen Almighty. I know you had some thoughts here. I actually put your thought from the what you knew about a horse here in the notes.
Awesome.
Based on the weekend preview show. So let's go through here. So Owen Almighty won the Pasco, was DQ'd to 5th. So for all intents and purposes, we should consider it as a win in terms of handicapping standpoint there. Does do really well on the with the metrics here. Top win, top Scotty, top SOR, wins the race sim. Those win 40% of the time. Now for the down portion, which is the horse drops 11 points on the move for 2 turns, and I personally have a lot of questions on this horse's want or ability to get a 2-turn distance. The Iroquois, where the horse went 8 at Churchill, going longer, did not run as well as it has in these other races. And then the E morning line thinks this horse is being overbet as well. The E morning line is 7-1 here.
Hello, Chris Couples. Thanks for joining. Hopefully your daughter hits the bull's eyes.
How you doing, Chris? The 3, John Hancock. I think that the biggest difficulty John Hancock's facing here is this horse. This race seems to be loaded with speed, but this could be the speed of the speed. Last stop maiden winner. This is not the best Sam Davis field, so maybe this horse will be good enough coming off a maiden win and sharp for Cox here. Does get the 10-point GSR increase going to 2 turns as well, so that this might be a horse that more wants the distance. It's just possibly a early pace issue here. My top pick here, and we'll see whether I'm right here, was the Mucho Macho Man second place horse, Treaty of Rome. Just missed there, where we saw the 4 come back and run pretty well. The horse that won that come back and run pretty well in the Holy Bull. I did have a note there of longer because I thought the way the horse was running that the horse wanted more distance and wanted to go 2 turns. GSR also supports that, an 11-point increase there for going 2 turns. Also should benefit from the early pace scenario and does appear like this horse can rate a little bit. So you get Dylan Davis as well aboard there. We should get hopefully a smart ride from that 2-post from Dylan with the speed kind of stretching things out there. The other closer of note there as well is Poster. You know, there'll have to be enough pace for this horse to get up, but the horse is 3-0 for Hardy. Puts Gallardo up today where Pratt decided to come off and ride the Cox horse. So keep that in mind too. Yes, that the 8 is the other one that Chris had tipped, and I was waiting for him to talk. So we'll talk about this one again in a minute. I don't think this horse my personal opinion is this horse doesn't want any part of the 2-turn distance, but we'll see there. And we'll watch the race sim while we wait on Chris to come back as well. Dan used the 8 in the NHC contest. So Dan, are you in the contest with me? I'd have to go through and look through through everything there. And the race sim thinks the 7 will be closing, and that the 6 will hang on there. I just have distance questions on both those 2 horses though. So, and Poster also, you know, has proven at 9 furlongs, drops a little bit in GSR, but I'm not really concerned on Poster about the distance. Yeah, well then Dan, you probably got to take that shot there at 16-1 if you're way behind, of course.
So, Oldie, Howard liked the 9 here.
Smoking Boy?
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know anything about this horse. It's a Catholic boy. They haven't been great on dirt here in the U.S. That was my.
Let me give you his write up here.
They haven't been great on turf either, for that matter, the Catholic boys.
So the 9. Ton of early speed sign of this race gets ballpark late. No horses have proven 2-turn form. Smoking Boy has been able to pass horses that bred to go long. Now he's coming from Puerto Rico and has to answer the class question, but D'Angelo is a smart guy. Gets Paco, and the horse has been training in South Florida for a full month. Catholic boy, so he could be sneaky class. like to see Paco take back and make a full run like he did last time out. For the first time ever on this tip sheet, I've touted Superfecta as well, keying him in fourth. I really think Spooky Boy is interesting today. We'll see.
All right, so we have our first interesting horse of the day. I will say, so I spent a long time looking at this horse, researching it. The horse has never found a dry track, so we don't really know with what the horse will do with that either.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I think it's going to run similarly to Poster in terms of track position. The 9 post is more of a concern than the 7 post at Tampa.
Sure.
But definitely could finish in the money. 6 looks really worked up.
Yeah, sweaty.
That's really wet.
Yeah.
And for me to notice that's not something I.
1 minute.
The one that is the sentimental horse here, obviously oldie, is the 8 Naughty Rascal for Jerry Bennett.
I was waiting for you to talk about this horse a little bit, even though it was a little bit in my notes.
Yeah, Jerry Bennett, a longtime Tampa trainer, has had a lot of health issues lately. 16-1, and EE Morning Line is 7-1. This would get him to the Tampa Bay Derby, where he could, start to dream about getting there. So,
I mean, with winning the Pasco, I don't see any reason why he couldn't go to the Tampa Bay Derby anyways.
Yeah. Definitely needs to step up here. 4 for 6, folks knows how to win. We'll see.
When was the last time you saw a Sam F. Davis that didn't have a pleasure horse in it, though?
Yeah.
I mentioned that on the weekend preview as well. Because he's the Sam F. Davis and the Tampa Derby, he's owned.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Naughty Rascal, local hope.
Kind of like the Green Bay over the Bears.
John Hancock.
I'm going to have to send you our governor's trolling video that he put out. Where he's decided to rename the Lake Michigan for a better state. And he's decided to annex Green Bay from Wisconsin.
Very bold and Jesus Castanon getting the final one to join. Sam F. Davis, 45th rank in this race. Very bold to the outside. Goes in.
They're all set.
It's showtime.
And our race is on the Sam F. Davis Stakes. Owen Almighty got away to a good start, as did John Hancock. The 2 favorites hook up right from the opening bell.
And that's the pace deal we expected.
Rascal away in good order in third. Can't Hill toward the inside. Fourth, the red colors.
The rest of the speed didn't materialize, though, that much.
Got tied down toward the inside. Then comes Gateskeeper, who's on the inside of Dr. Ruben M. They race 6th and 7th. Very Bold is back 8th. Smoking Boy is 9th. And Poster is the trailer. John Hancock is the leader. Bobby Braddock, John Hancock, 22 and 3. It's a solid tempo up front. As Owen Almighty applies pressure from that second position. Naughty Rascal's third of the pink cap out toward the outside, just a length and a half off the lead.
I just love how the caps at Tampa align with the sun.
Fifth, only 2.5 off the lead. It's up front. Owen Almighty going after John Hancock right here now. The Poconos in front. They have half mile left.
Poconos.
Sam F. Davis.
Poconos. Those are mountains too.
46
and a racetrack.
Half mile time. Naughty Rascal first right to their outside. Camp Hill fourth, still about 2.5, 3 off the lead. Right outside of that with Dr. Ruben M. Starting to launch a bit from the back is Very Bold. Poster.
Oh, my 2 ain't running. He's got the anchor out.
Poster's on the move, but still has 6 or 7 to find. Around to the top of the stretch, John Hancock and Owen Almighty. They've been going at it since they sprung the latch. They've now put 3 on the field. Camp Hale moves up to third, going to swing to the outside. Poster continues his move right down the center of the track. John Hancock, Owen Almighty, shoulder.
Watch out for Camp Hale here.
John Hancock on the inside, Owen Almighty on the outside. Camp Hale still 3 lengths back. Poster continues to make up ground. Owen Almighty goes narrowly in the front. John Hancock battles right back. John Hancock, oh, and almighty John Hancock. John Hancock signs his name to a Sam Dick spin.
You know he was sitting on that all day.
Yeah.
He was. Very nice.
I do think that, I don't know who caused that bump, but there was a significant bump towards the end there in the stretch that I think cost the 6 the race. 6 could have been the one responsible for the bump.
All right, well, we'll see here. Big total there in the handle, 1.9 million. You don't see that on a Tampa normal Saturday.
No, definitely not. $0.9 million.
All right, Lee, while they sort this out, let me get you over to Gulfstream.
All right, Gulfstream race 11. Yeah, I got to take a look at this, I think, to see what I have coming up here.
And then we will get out to our final race at Oaklawn Park, the Grade 3 Biathlon Stakes.
Yeah.
We got nothing posted yet other than 3, 6, 7, 1, 10. That 10 in what? 1, 2, 3, 5th. For the super high 5, we'll spice things up. 84 to 1.
84 to 1. So that's another case where my second place horse won in the contest, or my second position horse.
Okay.
I'm making an alteration based on price here.
We were correct on that 6, Oldie. Very much too worked up.
Are you being sarcastic? I mean, it almost won.
I know, but it's still, those are the ones that you typically need to fade.
All right, so Gulfstream race 11. Looks like there's a lot of early pace here, even though the race sim thinks the 3 is going to be dead last at first call. And
yeah, we got no nothing, Oldie.
All right. I mean, I clearly saw it, but maybe it was on the 6, so there was no reason for the inquiry.
All right, getting out here, moving over to the Tapeta.
All right. I did think the 6 or 8 had a shot here, coming from off the pace. 6 is getting bet heavily. I'm sorry, 8 is getting bet heavily, and is your top pick. The 6 isn't getting bet at all, and does have better wins than the 8 on the synthetic for Happy in his altar. As we go in here, I'll take care of something for Justin.
And we are getting ready to go in the gate. Where did you end up here?
I ended up on the 6 here.
It's now post time. Moving in for a start, race number 11. 2 to 1 on 8. Tiffany Gold, John Velasquez for Lean Entertainment and Victor Barboza Jr. Draw on the outside, Tiffany Gold will complete the line. Ready for the late double. All set.
Looks like Justin's notes are up.
Yep.
And they're off. Shuffled the last, Sarah Mia. From the inside, Miss Vivienne ridden hard to try to get the early lead. She has pace company from Etrurian and Band on a Run. These 3 across the course. Away in
Band on
now
the
down
Run.
at the inside goes Trumpets.
I believe we have a rule.
Out the back
We do, yes.
To the far turn they go. Miss
Real
Vivienne
close to
holds
singing.
inside ground, but she's working
Well, if
awfully
I want to
hard.
see the 6
Up on the
close
outside,
here,
Etrurian
that this is the kind of pace I need.
Etrurian shoves ahead in front. Toward the inside, Miss Vivienne tries to counter that attack in second. Band on a Run as a tripped out third. Streaming
But the
now is
eight's looking
fourth from Tiffany Gold. White blinkers on the outside.
like
They come
what's
past
the
the
play
quarter mile
here?
mark.
6
Away
8
from the drive. It's now a
showing
Trurian
much.
comes away
No.
with the lead. From the inside, Miss Vivienne. From the far outside, Tiffany Gold. Off cover, Band on a Run. They come past the 8th pole. Trurian has the lead. Band on a Run, surging to her. Band on a Run, sticks ahead in front. She's 12-1, and she's a winner for Clement. Band on a Run in front.
Might hurt.
I think it's Tiffany Gold ahead of Etrurian third.
If anybody had it.
That's a horse that David didn't have for sure. All right, Oldie, 3 minutes to Oaklawn Race 9, the Bayakoa. You've got, what, 3, 4, 5 horses here with a big uneven money favorite.
All right, the Bayakoa.
And the shoe notes here, Oldie, just so you know, on the screen it says they're all plain.
All right.
Sing it. Yeah. No, we're not singing it.
They're not wearing any Nikes. They're all plain shoes.
Yeah, I'm thinking like tracks from Kmart.
Maybe Cads.
Cads, tracks.
Skechers.
Not Skechers. Skechers is way above both of those.
All right, how about...
I literally have Skechers shoes that are like 16 years old that I still wear over to the farm in the morning.
So,
but you didn't want to go to school in Cads or tracks when
No.
bands were popular.
And what was the kids shoe store that used to be in the malls?
Foot Locker Kids.
No, not Foot Locker. Not them. I can't for the life of me remember, but they sold their own brand shoes that you could only get there, and it was only like generic looking kids shoes. I mean, we could do Payless Shoe Source or something like that. They're not around anymore either. But
no, they're not. Payless Shoe Source. Buster Brown.
Buster Brown.
That's what the chat's saying.
No, it wasn't Buster Brown. It was maybe Kenny's.
Kenny Shoes.
Maybe.
Kenny Shoes ended up becoming Foot Locker.
No, then it wasn't. It was at the same time Foot Locker was in malls.
Yeah, Kenny Shoes were standalones. All right, Oaklawn, what do you got here?
I mean, the 6 was my top pick. I just don't like 1 to 2 here. I think the 2 and the 1 have a shot. And at 14-1, I'll just take the chance that the 2 is just too quick early for these horses and just gets lost on the front end, the long shot. Well, for my cross-country pick 5, I think that was my all leg that I did just get a price on.
Okay.
If I go back here and just look. Am I right? No, I am not.
Well, I'm looking forward to some table tennis tonight, Oli. There is a great tournament tonight in the EE Elite League show.
The EE Elite League? Scotty sponsoring it?
I don't know, but that's what they call it. And a few guys that are playing in that tonight, so we'll see how things go.
All right, the EE Elite League. And then Stone. I'm also going to play Exacta and throw out the 6 here.
I think that's the coast to coast Blue Grants Dan is saying, not the cross country.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's not confusing at all.
No, not at all. All right, let's see where we are.
2 to 5.
Couple people had that 2-horse. They were way behind, but they probably will pass me for now. That drops me to 7th. But
You need to be. Where do you need to be?
Well, to get a seat, I need about $30 here.
Okay.
I got
Matt
3
Miller.
races to do it.
Matt Miller's still leading the qualifier at 23.27. Second place is 17.85. Third is 15.26. Top 2 get seats. Third place gets 2,500, which I believe is half the
And
buy-in.
the Raiders are approaching the starting gate for the Bayakoa. Less than a minute.
That's a little loud.
It is a little, huh? I can't hear you.
Yeah. So I think
Bayakoa.
that's got to fade, 2 more races? Yeah, the last at Tampa Bay, and there's 1 more at Oaklawn.
Wasn't the Bayakoa, didn't they sponsor
And the
Fantastic
Riders are now ready
Finishes?
for the starting gate. It's host time.
What'd you say?
I said, didn't Bayakoa sponsor Fantastic Finishes back in the day? Or was that Alcoa?
That's Alcoa. Close. Very, very good job there. But they had a neat little catchphrase, too, a little thing at the end. Here we go.
Into the outside post. Your 1 to 2 favorite, Loved in the Godolphin Blue. Of course, they won this race last year with comparative. Loved
You
is
would
in.
often see Billy White Shoes
Mike,
Johnson in those Fantastic Finishes.
Mike, it's telling me 75 entries get 3 seats, and I see 71 entries on the leaderboard, but that's just what I'm saying.
And Love will sit off in third with little Jamie. They're together. And Corningstone, a tight hold. Your team to go on behind the pace is Corningstone, but broke last and will have to pass the ball. 4 lengths covers the Bayakoa field here as Wild Out Hillary and CJ McMahon set the pace. A length in front of Free Like a Girl, the $2 million earner's second. There's Love, the grade 3 winner. She's third, taking that spot from little Jamie back to 4th on the rail. And Corningstone looking for her 3rd stakes win at the current Oaklawn meeting. Will be at the back early. It is still 4 off the pace down the backstretch. 24 and 2/5 seconds.
Julian anchored that horse.
Hillary setting a slow tempo. A length in front of Free Like a Girl. Love still third. Has no pace to run into, but she's in midfield with little Jamie to the inside. Gap of 2 to 4.
Come on, 2.
Getting towards the rail as they approach the 4 turn. Wild Down Hillary opening up the lead to a length and 3/4. Free Like a Girl gets a breather, comes back on again. Wild Down Hillary, 3 furlongs to go. Quickens the pace, 3/4 of a length ahead. Free Like a Girl chasing second. Loved has come under a bit of a ride now. Loved in the 3rd position. Wild Out Hillary sneaking away again to a length and a half lead. Free Like a Girl still in chase mode second. Love Tyler Gaffleon getting to work on her, but she's going to have to turn it around.
Come on, kick away.
Flying in place at the moment. They're down the stretch in the Bayakoa. Wild Out Hillary still in front. Free Like a Girl chasing with determination. Love trying ever so hard on the far outside. 16 to go. Wild Out Hillary. CJ McMahon holding off Free Like a Girl. Who's lunging in Love? Wild Out Hillary in a photo.
I think the 2 got it.
Who made it?
Am I right or am I wrong, guys?
That was the 2, right?
I think so.
I think so, too.
I'm waiting for the replay, and this is a replay worth holding for here before we go to
You have the
San Anita.
2?
Yes,
Oh,
that's the horse I told you. I didn't like the 2 to 5 price on the 6, so the 2 was my second choice there, and that's where I was going. I
That's
didn't
in
have
the
it in the
contest,
contest
right?
because this was not in the contest.
okay.
But I know there's a bunch of Oaklawn people, in the Twin Spires contest.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
16 to 1.
There you go, Oldie. Way to close out the show. Good luck. That's a horrible angle there. I don't know what the hell that is. It's like 10 feet after the line.
All right. Do I have time to make sure I have the right pick in at Anita.
All right, Oldie. Well, good luck the rest
We're
of the
all
way.
counting on you.
We appreciate you guys all joining. Hit the like button, subscribe button on the way out. We'll be back with you again on Thursday for the weekend preview show. Friday, the road to the NHC, and back here for the Risen Star on Saturday. Camera guy likes the 2. They posted the 2 as the winner at 16-1. Over to the 5, 7-1. And the 2 to 5 favorite finishes third. So have a good week. Appreciate you all. Oldie, final thoughts?
Just lots of fun, guys. Thank you for hanging with us. Great day at Tampa. We're still alive in the what's it called, the coast to coast pick 5. See, I was trying not to mess that up.
The cross country
good luck.
coast to coast pick 5.
Yes, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And then we still have the last at Tampa. I know Jake is still alive, so good luck to him in the pick 5 at Tampa.
All right. We'll see you guys in the chat tonight. Good luck at Turfway Park. Have a great week. Talk to you later.